This is an Ellis Mowers and More small engine vlog. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content. On today's mower vlog, we're going to turn, hopefully, this John Deere that y'all just saw in the previous video that I did the transmission swap on, and turn it into 3. So this customer is, I've mentioned him, he's a widower at our church, and he had 3 kind of halfway working John Deere mowers and just needed to have one good one. I found this one off of in a trade deal that I had for a Craftsman LT1000 that just needed a transmission. I swapped the transmission out. We're going to do a deal hopefully with his other 3 John Deere mowers, so that he has a really good reliable one for him to mow on his property. So let's see what it turns out. We'll see what comes on the trailer when we get home. Let's do it. So it seems like every time I leave with one, I come back with 4 on the trailer. This is not part of the trade, but this is a good buy. I picked this up for $400. It's running, driving. Basically, I'm going to put a new set of blades on it and send it. I already have a buyer for it. Easily, that's like doubling my money, basically. So probably could ask a little bit more, but convenient buyer. Saves me the hassle of low ballers, tire kickers, and all that stuff. So that comes with a large ray of sun, but it also comes with a bagger. I'll see if he ends up having the bagger. If not, the bagger will sell by itself for about $150. Usually sells for more around here than if I added it to a mower. So there's the bagger right there. The 2 that I've traded for, actually the 3, there's one down, it's that LA105 down there that was the donor mower for that machine. We're going to walk around here and I'm going to show you the other 2. This one's got a hood that comes with it. It's an STX38 John Deere. It does run, drive, and cut. However, the issue is the engine mounting bolts on this are done, and what happened is that it's cracked itself in the block too. So it's not really a good, a reliable mower, because it tries to kick back every time you crank it, and then the vibration doesn't cause it to run very good. The guy did put this on there to help cure the vibration, but it's still kicking back enough. But if you could get it started, it's going to cut grass. It's a little rough, but the thing is, I do have a 14 horsepower Kohler that I could potentially slap onto this thing and have actually something that would be worth a decent amount of money. Probably like $400 or so. Like I said, I do have the hood for it. STX38 John Deere. Hood's right there. It's actually a okay shape. That busted in the front there, a couple of cracks here and there, but better than most of this vintage. So that may have an engine swap forthcoming. We shall see. Won't be too bad. May have to swap the stators off of one to put on this. We'll see. This is a LT166 John Deere. It has a 46-inch deck that has seen better days, but was cutting as late as last year. The belt started jumping off of it, so may be able to get by with trying to find a belt to put on it, and if I can, then this may be a cheap mower for somebody. The engine does, I know the engine does run. Like I said, I know a lot of this stuff functioned last year, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. If somebody wanted a dirt cheap rider that had a good seat on it, not too bad. This one right here, some folks at church are doing a service project. They asked if I could get this going for the person. I'm gonna see if I can get that going. So old Simplicity, probably like an early 2000s model Simplicity, late 90s model. Pretty big lawn tractor, not a garden tractor, but very close to one. Pretty hefty. I think this is a 50-inch deck on it. Pretty sure it needs a belt somewhere along the lines. in order to get it going again. I just got to figure out the whole situation with it. That's not part of the trade deal. It was just 5 minutes away from where I was with those two mowers, so I went ahead and picked this up on my way. That Craftsman was sitting right here on the trailer, so here we go again with another situation to where this trailer is paying off for me. I have 4 lawn tractors on this thing, and apart from it swaying a little bit with all the weight on it, well worth it. The third one down here is this LA105 John Deere. I've got some cleaning up to do. It's getting pretty ridiculous back here, but this is the 115. The engine runs. It's a rolling chassis now. I just slapped the bad transmission from that machine that I just did the transmission swap so that I could roll it around, but I've got good tires. The deck might be salvageable, I'm not sure. It does need a little bit of welding work done to it. Not really a fan of the 42-inch John Deere decks, though. I haven't had the best luck with them when it comes to fixing them and getting them aligned and keeping belts on them and things like that, but it works. Engine works. Engine might be getting swapped into the Cub Cadet. I have not figured it out yet, but it will be a prime candidate for that. Y'all know that I don't think I published these videos yet on the struggle of this Kohler Courage, but you will see it. It will be a 3-part series coming up. I might slap the 19 horse Briggs on this thing and send it, because it's going to be hopefully a good machine once I do that. I have to figure out exhaust situation and stuff like that, but we'll get that sorted. I am going to try one more thing to this engine that I haven't done yet. It has a cracked block, seeping oil out still a little bit. I tried JB Weld regular. I'm going to try that high heat stuff, like that high heat steel stick stuff. Have a bad valve cover leak, and it's leaking out of the crank sump right there, or the bucket, the block. If I can get that fixed, that'll be good, but that's not really the purpose of this video. It's to show that the 3 trades I got, plus I got a little bit of money for it, gave him a pretty decent discount just because he's a good friend, good church member, and things like that. So just wanted to show you all that, and we'll wrap it up now. So that's everything there. Y'all like the vlog stuff on the channel. They've been getting the most views out of anything so far, and I know y'all like to see when I do trade deals and stuff along those lines. So that's what materialized there, and we'll make something. I think we'll make at least something out of that STX 38. That engine off of that 115 will go somewhere else too, because it will, or if I find a good hydrostatic transmission on a junk mower or something, I can slap it on there, or find a LA or a D series John Deere that has a bad engine on it, pop that thing in. But as y'all can see, I'm not at a shortage for machines right now, so I'm not actively looking for them. They just keep seeming to keep finding me here. So it's just the way that it is, I suppose. But now y'all love this. Let me know what y'all think about the trade deal. If I were to have sold that John Deere outright, I probably would have asked somewhere in the nature of $900 for it, because it was a 54-inch V-twin. Probably would have gotten 8. It did have that exhaust leak. Gave our church member a decent discount. Pretty much sold it for what I had in the mower, and I got these 3 to boot. So I consider that still a win. Got plenty of stuff. I could easily sell these things for $100 a piece or something along those lines if I needed to. We might get to that point around here because we're getting really full, really full. But either way, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for the support as always, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you then.